I'm hearing more and more about how all roads lead to the top of the same mountain. So here we go, game on, let our journeys begin. Some follow Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, Jesus, the yang or the yin. They say it's not about the name of the God, it's just about the good in every person. And we're on separate paths just trying to do the best that we can, and we as human, in our own power, could reach heaven. The good we do just has to outweigh our sins, so we need to try to do our best as we journey up this mountain. Since the people who say this obviously aren't Christian, I don't feel like it'd be my place to go out and rebuke them. After all, the one I follow, Jesus, did not come to condemn, but was born of a virgin in the town of Bethlehem and was sent by God to save the world through him. So let me just tell you what separates me as a Christian from all the other religions. Because I'm not trying to work my way up to God at the top of this mountain. I do not believe that I could become like God when I'm just a mere human. But God saw that there was no way for me to get to him because of my corruption, that even at birth I was separated by sin, and in my own power I could never reach heaven. So God sent his only begotten Son down off the mountain, and that which was with God in the beginning came down and took my curse and bore my sin, that I might be called the righteousness of God in him. See, God came down off the mountain and met me where I was by becoming human. And this is where, as a Christian, that I began my journey. I couldn't make it up the mountain, so God sent Jesus as my journey. See, there was this valley of sin that separated me, and God looked down the mountain with love, compassion, and sympathy, and since I couldn't get to him, he came to me. And the life of eternity that I couldn't earn, he gave to me for free. This is how God demonstrates his love for me. But just because it was free to me, doesn't mean it didn't cost him dearly. He paid his own deity and came as a servant, humble and lowly. He lived the life I couldn't live, perfect and holy. And then he drank the cup of wrath that was meant for me. I beat and I scourged him till he was unrecognizably bloody. And I crowned my king with thorns and made him carry my cross to Calvary. And this is where the display of God's love reached its peak, as sin reached its finality, as Jesus Christ died on that cross because of me. And it's crazy. As he hung there, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That prayer he prayed, it was meant for me and for you. There's nothing that can separate us from the love of God, no matter what we do. But this love is only found in Christ Jesus. He who knew no sin became sin, that we might be clothed in God's righteousness. And it's because of this love that I profess that to get to the top of the mountain, it is always only Jesus. It's not what I know, it's who. It's what he did and not what I do. I couldn't live a life good enough to say that I'm better than any other. It is Jesus who calls me the Son of God and his brother. So turn to him and be saved, all the ends of the earth, for he is God and there is no other. So to get to the top of this mountain and to be called God's son, there are not many paths. There's only one.